Good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining us.
A normal traffic stop back in April turned out to be a record drug bust.
Yeah, from that comes some drug enforcement changes here in Nebraska. And to tell us all about it, Channel 8 Eyewitness News reporter Pierce Corlett joins us with our top story. Pierce?
Megan and Rod, a historic bust of 118 pounds of fentanyl on I-80, and now a new drug division, drug enforcement, will be centered here in Nebraska. On April 26 was Nebraska's biggest fentanyl drug seizure. The drug bust had 118 pounds of fentanyl, and now the two drivers of the truck are being charged.
Nicholas Nunez Acosta, age 52, Felipe Minaya, age 47, are both charged with possession of fentanyl with the intent to distribute it. That is punishable by a minimum of 10 years in prison and up to life in prison. Additionally, a $10 million fine.
On Thursday, government officials came together to celebrate the seizure of a drug which has been described as being 500 times more deadly than heroin.
I just want to again emphasize the great work the Nebraska State Patrol is doing in keeping people safe by taking 118 pounds of fentanyl out of circulation. They are saving lives.
This bust, though, is a smaller part of a bigger drug problem across the country. Mary Daley, who is the U.S. Opioid coordinator in Washington, was at the news conference.
The deadliest drug epidemic in the history of our country. In 2016, there were 64,000 drug overdose deaths, and we expect that number to be higher in 2017.
In the bigger picture of the bust is the effect it has on slowing down the distribution around the country.
The seizure that happens here, although not necessarily destined for here, has a massive ripple on that location that it was going to be destined to. I mean, you're talking about a quantity that could be attributed, if put out on the street and were pure fentanyl, tens of millions of deaths.
So now, in response to this drug seizure and the multiple drug busts that have happened this year, comes the establishment by the Drug Enforcement Agency of the Omaha Field Division. This is the 23rd DEA division office in the United States, and they will cover drug busts in Nebraska, Iowa, Minnesota, and the Dakotas. Now, this new office will be up and running on July 1st. Also, the two fentanyl suspects will be in federal court in Lincoln tomorrow.
Pierce Corlett.